Alright, I've been told to do my homework on Jalen Brunson. So today I'm going to watch a video. We going to watch a video called We Can't Normalize What Jalen Brunson Is Doing. It's by the creator named Switch Out, posted 5 days ago. Alright, as y'all know, the Knicks advanced in the series versus Philly. And hell yeah, nigga. Shit. Alright.
Does seem like a little much for Jalen Brunson, who might be the 15th, 16th, 17th best starting point guard in the NBA. But look,
they're going to move heaven and earth and give him $110 million, bring the father in and everything else.
They call him the 16th, 17th best point guard?
To go out there and to make Brunson the sort of the poster boy of the franchise.
It's an awful idea. And I like Jalen Brunson's a fine player. But Wild's pal Bill Simmons put it perfectly when he called it the saddest sweepstakes ever. The Jalen Brunson sweepstakes. Is Jalen Brunson
watching game 2?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Not to pause the video a lot early on, but this nigga right here has never made a great take. I'm not known for making the best takes of all time, but I could 100% take this nigga's job in an instant, bro. This nigga would be working at Arby's if I was on his job, bro. By the way, this is on my birthday, June 29th, 2022.
Jalen Brunson sweepstakes. Is Jalen Brunson
watching game 2 of the Knicks 76ers series? I heard Mike Breen casually call Jalen Brunson one of the best free agency signings of this century, and it really made me think. These type of performances from this 6'1" undersized second-round player have become so routine that for him, they damn near feel normalized, and they shouldn't be. In 2022, some quote-unquote Knicks fans seem to be almost bummed that the only move they made was basically adding Jalen Brunson.
That's true? Hold up. Is that true? Were y'all niggas mad?
New York Knicks came away with nothing. Nothing at all. Trading their first round pick away. And for what? To go all in on clearing cap space in hopes of signing Jalen Brunson?
Well, fast forward 4 years later, this man has actually become one of the best closers I've ever seen in my entire life. And for me, the greatest New York Knick I've ever seen. I didn't see Patrick Ewing live. In my last video on this channel, I complained about Boston and stylistically how they play, putting way too much emphasis on these deep, long-ass bombs.
That's what I said.
Game 1 against New York, and it was unfair how quick that turnaround was, but it became pretty evident how different Boston plays as opposed to New York, led by this one guy. Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, that was exactly my point. He watched my videos, man. I said the exact same thing. I said New York actually gets in the paint. Not that I'm a Knicks fan. I'm gonna keep it a buck, guys. The Knicks can kiss my ass. I don't like the Knicks, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I respect them, but I don't like them. You feel what I'm saying? They beat the Hawks so bad, I wanted to cry. Literal tears are coming out of my eyes, bro. Yeah. But you gotta respect it. Like, Boston just chucks up shit.
Really dismantle your defense if you give him any type of space, but specifically in that mid-range area. That's what he does. Now, going back to 2022 and the signing of Jalen Brunson and how he's easily become one of the greatest free agency signings ever. To contextualize New York at that time, when he first got there, you have to remember the stage they were in. This meme of this dog right here was basically them. In 2021, they actually made the playoffs led by Randall, Tibbs, and basically Grit. But that eventually plateaued. And the following season, after getting embarrassed by this guy, they didn't even make the
Trae Young! Y'all see the video? I straight.
By that 2022 summer, they wanted that big, splashy name. You know, Kevin Durant, Donovan Mitchell, those type of guys. And they ended up with a second-round pick, overachieving co-star of Luka, Jalen Brunson? Yes, they did. And that little dude changed everything.
what Jalen Brunson proved last night is that he is an excellent player.
43 points.
Who's having a historic run, who may one day become a superstar. He is not yet a superstar.
At the time they signed Jalen Brunson on this bargain of a deal, oh my God, the Knicks hadn't won a playoff series in 10 years.
140.
This bargain.
Damn. Yeah, that is a bargain. I think Cameron Johnson is getting paid the same thing. Cameron Johnson from the Nuggets. I think that guy's getting paid like more than this right here.
Of a deal. Oh my God. The Knicks hadn't won a playoff series in 10 years. Now, since Jalen's arrived and created all of these iconic type moments, now that Denver and Boston lost in the first round, the Knicks are the only team that's actually won a playoff series every single year since Brunson's been there. But that's not it. Not even mentioning the fact that they've won more regular season games every single year. Not even mentioning the fact that they've essentially gone deeper in the playoffs every single year since Jalen's been there.
But what's that stat? Hold up, I gotta read that.
That they've essentially
Said
gone
Magic
deep.
Johnson. 25th straight playoff game with 15 points and 5 assists. All right, bro, this is that. We're making stats with 15 plus points and 5 assists, bro. That's role player numbers, my nigga. But it says second longest streak in playoff history, behind Magic Johnson. It's still impressive, but LeBron hasn't broke that record yet. I feel like that's LeBron's record, gang. 15-5. That's nothing for Luka or LeBron.
We're in the playoffs every single year since Jalen's been there. To me, it's more so how they're winning games and how they feel like they have the most reliable player in the league in this span. I have the Knicks making the NBA Finals. Probably easy to say now, and I know somebody's going to say, bro, you had Boston. They're gone. What you want me to do? And before I get more in depth on Jalen, I want to make it very known that this year, it's not just Jalen. OG Anunoby has been playing out of his mind on both sides, shooting arguably the best of anybody in the playoffs. This man is basically
Rui shot better. Rui Hachimura. That nigga was shooting 60%.
averaging 20.
There's something about these 6'8" wings, man. When the playoffs come, they just start shooting crazy. Rui, OG, that's about it, but you get the point, man. He crazy, dog.
On 62-54 splits. Looks like a $212 million man to me. Cat is playing the best I've ever seen him play in the playoffs. Now being way more active inside, actually getting paint touches, and not bailing teams out with the long ball so much. In fact, as a 7-footer, 50% of his shots are now at the rim. Bro, finally. But back to Jalen, with all of those pieces now playing out of their mind.
Nigga said,
the
bro,
reason
finally.
the Knicks are a safe pick to come out the East and possibly contend for a title is how clutch and reliable this dude simply is. In Game 2 versus Philly, I thought BJ Edgecombe and Philly as a whole did a fantastic job on Jalen in the first 3 quarters. And then in the 4th quarter, where this dude
Oh my, foul? That was a crazy foul.
is just brilliant. He just did what he does. Clutch shot after clutch shot after closing shot. And Boston, none of them were threes.
Falling away, puts it up. That's good.
In the playoffs, since joining New York, Jalen Brunson leads the league by far in 4th quarter points in total. He also leads the league in 4th quarter points per game in the playoffs. And
Jalen just dominates most 4th quarter points in playoffs since 2023. Okay.
he also leads the league in 4th quarter points per game in the playoffs. And in this span, when you just look at all of these moments, it's simply not normal.
Yeah.
I understand Detroit last year really got worked by the refs. We remember that non-call, but he ended their year. I made a video on my second channel basically talking about Austin Reeves. By the way, go subscribe if you don't. And mainly, I was making the point that post the LeBron era, Luka will need that secondary shot creator that's a legit playoff riser. If you look at Luka's career, team success-wise,
I tell you who it's not. I tell you it's not Austin Reeves. That nigga, bro, hell nah, bro. He a 4th option on the championship team, gang. Austin Reeves turning that nigga literally turned his VPN mode. He goes VPN mode whenever the playoffs come around, bro. Disappears, gang.
that's what he's won with. We all know what Kyrie is and was with Luka, but even back then, a young Jalen Brunson was still that guy too. Never forget, in 2022 when Dallas made the conference finals, Luka missed the first 3 games of the playoffs. Still, they went up 2-1 against Utah and basically broke up Utah. And it was because Jalen Brunson averaged 33 points in Luka's absence. In that playoff run, as a secondary shot creator, he went from averaging 16 points in the regular season to basically 22. And him being a legitimate playoff riser when it matters most didn't get exposed when he went to New York. It could have easily been, oh, he didn't really get first option attention playing in Dallas beside Luka. So we'll see when he gets to New York. Bro, he got better. Since becoming a Knick, you know what player has consistently been a playoff riser?
Is Jalen Brunson really 6'1" or is he 5'11"? I swear, bro. These NBA players gotta be like giants, bro. If this is 6'1",
year after year after year in that span, bro, it's been Jalen Brunson. Not just for a year, not just for a run. I mean, basically every single playoff year. These are the players with the biggest playoff jumps in that span. Bro, Jalen has played nearly 50 playoff games. Also, since becoming a Knick, you know what player leads the league in total playoff points in that span? It is Jalen Brunson. And out of everybody in that top 5, he's played the least amount of games.
Damn, bro, he's leading the whole world in stats, bro. Oh my goodness, gang. All these damn stats. Well, all these stats, they should win. They should at least got one finals appearance. I mean, damn. All these stats I'm being shown. Most total points in playoffs since 2023. Is that saying like he has no help though? Like, isn't that like kind of like saying like this nigga has no help, or is it he's like that good? Finna find out.
Free agency is obviously coming up, and we always make a big deal out of these type of moves. And Kawhi going to the Clippers, and Dame going to Milwaukee, and all of these moves that do absolutely nothing. And meanwhile, in the 2019 class, Jimmy Butler made the most impact. And again, after being severely overlooked by Knicks fans on TV, Jalen Brunson has become one of the greatest free agency signings ever. He won the Clutch Player of the Year last year, and in the playoffs, when it actually matters most, he has been just as clutch.
Do you have somebody that you can say, here's the ball, take me there? And I believe that dude is Donovan Mitchell.
Barrett, three-pointer. In and out, hot, the offensive.
Isn't he a Knicks fan?
Rebound, back out to Brunson. History. Bang! Jalen Brunson from downtown. A 10-point Knicks lead.
If you guys like this video, bro, I cannot just keep watching this man do this at 6'1" and act like it's normal. Follow my free Switch channel or subscribe to my free Switch channel. Follow my social media sites. Do all that great stuff.
Yeah, no shot Jalen Brunson 6'1". That dude's 5'11" with height boosters in. No cap, bro. Alright, Genially. Alright, so basically the summary of the video is, if you want to pay attention, nigga, just listen up. Jalen Brunson, when he came to New York, the Knicks fans are like, we want KD. We want Donovan Mitchell. We want Kyrie. And they ended up with Jalen Brunson. But Jalen Brunson, somehow, this nigga turned into a Power Ranger. He just started hooping. You know what I'm saying? Him and Spike Lee dapping each other up before the games and stuff. And he became a global superstar. That's a good summary, right? And he did all of this while being 5'7.5". Shout out Jalen Brunson, man. Real nigga, man. I respect him a lot. Alright, y'all playing against Detroit or Cleveland next series. Who gonna win? Yeah. Alright. Drop a like. Subscribe.